Alright, with the release of the OLED Steam Deck, and now that I have a few hours with the device under my belt, how does it stack up against the competition? Should you get the new OLED Steam Deck over the ROG Ally or the new Lenovo Legion Go? Out of all these devices, which one should you get as a consumer? Hopefully with this video, I hope I help you make the correct decision. Because by the end, I'm going to recommend my personal favorite, but I want you to find the best one for you, if that makes any sense. So jumping right in, with the new OLED Steam Deck, it has new price points all around. The cheapest model of the OLED Steam Deck is $549, which is, if I'm remembering correctly, about $20 or $30 more than the previous mid-tier Steam Deck. So for $450, you get 512 gigabytes worth of storage, a 1280 by 800p HDR OLED display. Now this is the big main thing, obviously, with this new Steam Deck, and it's an immaculate display. It's an excellent jumping on point for all those people who wanted a Steam Deck. This is the device to get. It's amazing. It has a 7.4-inch screen, 90 Hz refresh rate, a 6nm AMD APU, Wi-Fi 6E, 50 watt-hours of battery life, anywhere between 3 to 12 hours depending on the game, a 45 watt-hour USB-C charger, and it comes with a carrying case and a Steam profile bundle. So that's what the Steam Deck has. The ROG Ally has an AMD Z1 and or an AMD Z1 Extreme processor. The Z1 non-Extreme is a 6-core 12-thread CPU, and it has AMD RDNA 3 graphics with 4 CUs and runs at 2.8 teraflops. The Z1 Extreme variant has 8 cores, 16 threads, the same AMD graphics, but instead of having 4 CUs, it has 12 CUs, which are basically the compute units. Basically, you imagine it as like your graphics card in your gaming PC. And for the display, it has a 1080p display with as I said, 1080p. It is 120 Hz, 7 milliseconds response time. It's an IPS display, 500 nits with FreeSync. So while it not necessarily being the nicest display, by far not the worst one I've ever seen on one of these mobile gaming devices. But it's still lacking compared to the OLED Steam Deck. It has 16 gigabytes of RAM. It comes with only 512 gigabytes of storage, but it is upgradable, and there is a microSD card along with the Steam Deck. The next device we're going to be looking at is the Lenovo Legion Go. The Lenovo Legion Go has 2 models, one at $700 and another one at $750. Both have the same Z1 Extreme processor as the ROG Ally, and they have a display of 8.8 inches QHD. It is 2560 by 1600 IPS touchscreen. It has Wi-Fi 6E. It comes with 3 months of Xbox Game Pass for some reason, and overall it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. Also accepts microSD cards, and it has a slew of other features, like having a kickstand, removable controllers. It has the touchpad like the Steam Deck. It has mouse mode, so you can use the right controller Joy-Con thing as a mouse. And so you don't have to carry a mouse around with you if you use this, but you also happen to have a keyboard on you. I'm still wrapping my head around that one. This is the device I have the least amount of experience with, but I'll tell you now, that doesn't diminish my opinion about this thing at all. Though the one downside to this device, it is the chunkiest boy here. Okay, so now that we've gone through all the specs of the device, let's go over the pros and cons. The Steam Deck has them all beat in terms of price. With the increase in price for the new mid-tier, that is the only one you can get, all the new features with, it does push it a little to less of the good value side, but it by far to me has the best screen. Downside being it is about, not exactly, but like half the refresh rate of the Legion Go. But it's not as bad as compared to like the ROG Ally, which yes, still has more. But in my experience, though the display is higher resolution and has that really nice refresh rate, it just doesn't look as nice as the Steam Decks. In terms of screen quality, the only real competitor is the Legion Go. It has it beat in terms of resolution and refresh rate, but the downside with the IPS display it's just that the blacks aren't as black, and it's not it could be a little bit more responsive. Features though, God, the Legion Go has all these things beat. You could just do so many things with this. It has multiple USB-C ports. It has a really fast micro SD card slot, expandable storage. It is a damn cool device. And it has it, in terms of features, it has it at least the ROG Ally beat. Going into really comparing the two devices, these things are, in terms of performance, they are very similar. Between the ROG Ally and the Legion Go, they perform very similarly. But in my experience, the Legion Go does perform a little bit better due to that, thanks to that increase in size. There's a little bit more room for cooling, a little bit more room for a little bit more power. Overall, though this thing is fucking massive, that does give the Legion Go a lot of benefits when it comes to raw gaming performance. It took longer to reach maximum temperature, and the fans were a lot quieter. It didn't need so much, finagling to get some stuff working. But I did have to lower the screen resolution when it played certain games. Most games. I couldn't find a single game except maybe like Minecraft, Terraria, Roblox. Very simple or very old games that you can actually run at that massive 1440p-ish resolution. That is frankly insane, and I do not understand why they needed such a high resolution panel in this device. I love the OLED Steam Deck's display. I'm just going to switch to saying just Steam Deck. Just assume I'm talking about the new Steam Deck at this point. It's a mouthful. The new model Steam Deck has an amazing display. This thing is beautiful. Arguably the best mobile gaming screen I've ever seen, aside from maybe the OLED Switch. The screen on that comes from the same people that makes the Steam Deck screen, so I'm not surprised how these two screens are just amazing to look at. The blacks are so rich. The responsiveness is incredibly high, and my fears of burn-in are also non-existent due to seeing how resilient the OLED Switch's screen has been for most people. And so in terms of durability, I am more than away in saying that the Steam Deck is going to last a very long time. And so I think the true competitors here, honestly, in my experience, the ROG Ally is probably not what I would recommend out of the three. Between the $700 model Legion Go and between the new Steam Deck, God, it's a very hard choice between the two. But just purely based on the features it has, I would say the number one best mobile gaming experience in general is probably the $700 Legion Go. Purely based on the fact that it has so many of these fun gaming features, and though Windows is hell to navigate on most of these handheld gaming devices, I do see the Legion Go having the most accessibility features, being super useful to have on it's really nice not having to carry around a mouse. Cause I know with my experiences with the ROG Ally is that I would tend to carry a mouse, and anybody I know that has one tends to keep a mouse on them, especially if they're traveling, because God, does Windows have the icons are not sized or touched focus friendly. So it's just an overall terrible experience. And being able just to snap off that controller, put into mouse mode, and be able to navigate a screen much easier than with your finger is very nice. And not saying that it's very hard to navigate the screen, because it has a substantially larger screen, almost an inch, literally in more than an inch larger than the Steam Deck screen and the ROG Ally screen. And so between the two models, like the ROG Ally and the Legion Go, they are just so similar. And the main thing separating the two is price. So for $700, the Legion Go just has overall, it's just better than the Z1 Extreme equipped ROG Ally. Yes, you could make some sort of an argument for the ROG Ally 600 tier just for like value as like a good middle of the road. And so between the non-extreme ROG Ally and the new Steam Deck, that's a really hard decision to make. The Steam Deck at this point is only $50 cheaper, but that cheaper ROG Ally is not that much more powerful than the Steam Deck. So I'm not crazy about recommending it. It's just not as powerful, and it's frankly kind of gimped. But between the $700 models of the Legion Go and the ROG Ally, the Legion Go wins. And then so to round out this video, my top pick is the Legion Go. And if you want to save some money and get the best value for your money, it's the new Steam Deck. What are your thoughts? Sorry about this more scatterbrained video. I am doing stuff a lot this weekend, so I really needed to get this video out a lot quicker than I usually do. So once again, I apologize for the more unscriptedness of this video, and hopefully that you guys enjoyed it. And let me know down below, which one out of the three are you getting? Did I say anything that helped you make any decisions? I would love to hear your thoughts and comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to become a member. We have memberships now. And have a wonderful day. Deuces.